Hi everyone, this is a video about Siril. What is it? It's a stacking program for Linux. It's really good, it's fast, easy to use. What is it? It's here. Where can I install it? There's various ones here. I launched it from here. There's a PPA. I think Ubuntu have got an official one as well, but this one's good enough. Or you can compile it, you can build it. But life is short, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at it. And what I've done, so we can do it in real time, is I put together, I did a session last night and I took some light frames, some flat frames and some bias frames. There they are. I just got 3 of each, so 3 bias, 3 flat and 3 light frames. So the results are not going to be spectacular. You need about 30 light frames to get anywhere near. There's a DSLR, it's a Canon 700D, I think it is, something like that. Anyway, it's got a flip out screen, that one. It's quite good, dropped it on the floor a few times, but it's okay. Right, so what we'll do is we'll stack them in Siril. It's really simple. So I've installed it from the PPA. So let's launch it. Stuck it on the launcher there. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Works with sequences. So sequence. So let's click on sequence. Let's go to the we'll do the bias frames first. So we're on desktop, Siril stack I called it. Let's go to the bias frames. Open that. So this is called the working directory there. So we search for sequences. So sequences like bias 1, bias 2, bias 3. So it's found the sequence. That we'll stack those. What else do we do with bias? That's all we do, isn't it? Stack them. Right. So bias, it's got to be median and no normalization, I think. So stack them. That's it. So if we go into the bias now, we should see a stacked. There's the sequence and there's the stacked image there. Right. Now let's do the flat frames. So again, we go to the flat. There's a script. You can write a script for this. It's got scripting language. You don't have to do this every time. But so we're in the flat. You don't have to do it every time. There's a script language. Yeah, you can get your directory set up and that. So let's look for a sequence there. So we're in the flat. Ollie, yeah. Too much talking, not enough doing. Right, there we are. So it's found. There we are. 3 selected. Pre-processing, this time we'll use the bias that we just made and we'll subtract the bias from it. So let's go to the bias, let's get our stacked bias image and then we'll pre-process that. So we're going to subtract the bias, the stacked bias, the master bias if you like, from each of the frames. We'll stack that. It's median again. This time you need multiplicative. Yeah, if you look over here, it explains all these the tools. It's really simple. If you're not sure which one it is, just have a look there. Yeah, for each one of these, it'll tell you. It'll tell you which one it is. There we are, and there. Right, so we stack those. I think. Oh yeah, multiplicate. That's it. Good. I think this one takes a long time. You really need a gaming computer for this. This is just an old one that I take outside. You've got progress along the bottom. So normalize it. I'm not quite sure what it does. It makes each image equal or something like that. I've stacked it. So that's finished. So if we go into the flat now, we should have a master flat. There we are, stacked flat image. So what we've got to do next is do the light frames next. So light frames, Siril stack light frames. So let's open that one. Sequence again. Siril works with sequences. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's found 3 that I put there. Sequence. This time we'll pre-process them with the bias. not quite sure whether you're supposed to do that or not, but it works. This gets rid of the noise and it makes it look better. And we'll use the flat that we just made as well, right? You divide by the flat, or it divides by the flat. So it's this one, the one that we just made, so we use the flat. Demosaic, it's a French program, this is quite a good translation. Demosaic, it's debayer, yeah? So we're going to debayer the images now. And we're going to, this is the master bias, there's the master flat, so we'll pre-process those. RGGB is the mosaic pattern, the debayer pattern on a Canon. If you've got a CMOS or whatever, you just change that. Or if you've got monochrome, you've got to do this 3 times anyway, if you've got the patience for that. Right, what do we do next? Register them. So we register them. All images from the sequence. It tells you what these are. 1-star registration. There are different ways to register them. This one works. Global star alignment works well. Algorithm. I don't know. This is the default. No idea what they do. They all seem to work equally well. Plus a prefix for registration. So register them. So it looks at the images and it gets the number of stars. We'll see in a minute. Tell you the number of stars it's found in the image. There you see it found 543 stars in number 1. So then it looks at the others and it lines and it rotates the image until they're all on top of each other. That's it. So we got registered image, we've registered it. What do we do next? Stack it. So this time we have, a good one for this one is, since I can't say English might be better, no normalization, sorry, I'll get this right in a minute. Average with rejection and sigma clipping. If you've used DSS, you probably know this is good for star trails. If you've dithered it, it really does work wonders with the noise. Right, so we'll stack them, I think, right, normalization, right. So we'll stack them. Right, nearly there. There we are. So if we go into our folder, in the light frames, we should get, there we are. So this is registered, pre-processed, light stacked fits, so it's fits file, there it is. And that's it. So that's Siril really. So what does it look like? So we'll get rid of that. We'll just give you a quick look at what it looks like. It's not going to be brilliant because there are only 3 frames, but you'll get an idea. So we'll open it. Star Tools, you need a supercomputer for Star Tools, but where was it? Desktop, and it was Siril stacked light frames, and we choose our light for stacked frame there. Right, this is going to take ages, but you'll get an idea of how it goes. There, so what did we do? It's linear, yeah, I haven't done anything to it. It was bared, yeah, but not white balanced. I think that's the normalization thing, I think. Yeah, I'm still here, it's just stacking up, yeah, because we stacked it so it's got bits around the edge. Auto dev's good, it just stretches it to death. At least it gives you an idea what's there. You can see 1 or 2 bits, the fits are always really dark, you just got to stretch it to bring out. So auto dev, it just stretches it to pieces. And again, it's going to take an hour and a half. program that it's oh, let's start going. So we're still waiting. If I've got patience, I'll cut these bits out. Yeah, there we are. So this globular cluster M13. There it is. It's got loads of, as you'd expect. So what you could do is there's various things you can do in Zartus. That's the big stretch. So then you could, well, whatever you want to do really. Yeah, so that's how it works. The more the merrier, the bigger number of light frames you've got, the better. And that's it. So that's Siril. So I will go at it. Not need to use Windows for everything. As I say, one thing I will do in the next, if I do another video, is show you how to do scripts, so you don't have to do all this stuff. Oh, what does it look like? Yeah, it looks like this is about 30 or so light frames, and it really works quite nicely. Right, is it? Are we getting anywhere here? Yeah, there we are. So there's, stick that in GIMP and sort of do the colours and maybe sharpen it a bit. So that's what you can get. So really good. Have a go at it. I like it. Really underrated piece of software. Help the guys as well by downloading it, trying it, and any bugs. I haven't found any yet. There's a forum and they'll answer questions. So I really recommend it. So have a go. Okay, bye for now.